You can use all this space if you want to. Whatever space you have, take whatever you need.
Breaking news, Listeria strikes again. This time Listeria monocytogenes has been found in the contamination of hot dogs. The contamination occurred at the hot dog factory.
Please press fast forward.
Those at highest risk of infection with Listeria monocytogenes are elderly people, pregnant women, immune-compromised people, and newborns.
Woo! Go Cubs! Woo!
Get your hot dogs. Hot dogs here. Here. Thank you. Get your hot dogs. Hot dogs here.
Symptoms include fever, headache, stiff neck, confusion, loss of balance, muscling, and vomiting.
Here comes the home run. Oh, here comes the home run ball.
Please press fast forward.
I'm afraid you've been diagnosed with stereomonocytogenes, also known as listeriosis.
1/3 of all Listeria monocytogenes infections result in death.
Please press rewind so we can go back to the beginning.
Hey, I have an idea. If we first package the hot dog with an edible casing and then cook it, we could save millions of lives.
Breaking news, new innovation that stops Listeria monocytogenes and saves lives.
No.
Our innovative solution has defeated Listeria monocytogenes. Please press fast forward.
First Lego League team, the CyberDragons, have stopped the threat of Listeria monocytogenes contamination in hot dogs.
Woohoo! Go Cubs! Woo!
Get your hot dogs.
I'll take
Hot
a
dogs
hot dog.
here. Here you are.
Thank you.
Thank you. Get your hot dogs. Hot dogs here. Here comes the home run ball.
Woo! Now let's interview the CyberDragons to learn more about their new innovative idea. So why did you decide to take on Listeria monocytogenes?
We identified the problem of Listeria monocytogenes contamination while researching how hot dogs were made. We also researched hot dog recalls and found Listeria to be the reason for many of them.
Our research included the internet, books, videos, and most importantly, meeting with experts in the field.
Our research began with a tour of a manufacturing company, Morel Thompson, to learn all about the machines used to make hot dogs, including the Franco-Matic.
One of our experts, Janice from the Iron Meat and Poultry Inspection Bureau, attended some of our meetings. She was very helpful in sharing information about product flow and how hot dogs become contaminated with Listeria.
We also visited the Iowa State Meat Laboratory, where Professor Joe Coy provided a tour sharing existing solutions, teaching us what the word ubiquitous means. Janice and Joe focused us on stopping Listeria between the lethality step and processing step.
Wow, that's a lot of research. Tell me more about your new innovative solution.
We learned the only way to kill Listeria is to heat above 104 degrees Fahrenheit, called the lethality step. So we had to come up with an innovative solution that involved eliminating contamination after the lethality step.
We started by brainstorming a bunch of ideas, discussing each one, and voted on the best idea.
Our idea was focused on removing people and equipment from touching the hot dogs between the lethality step and the processing step. We focused on packaging the hot dog before the lethality step.
We'd use a different type of casing. The casing would help shape the hot dog while it cooks. Casings used today aren't edible and need to be removed prior to packaging.
Our innovative solution focuses on creating an edible casing that would be placed in the package and never be removed from the hot dog. Our research led us to an edible casing film formulation patent that we believe could be used in hot dogs. This would mean packaging hot dogs before the lethality step, thus eliminating Listeria contamination for good.
Even though edible casings seem like they would cost more than normal casings today, we believe the change in process, removal steps, and use of special packaging reduce the overall cost to make hot dogs.
That's great. So how are you getting out the word about your new innovative solution?
For starters, we created a YouTube video of our presentation and shared it with the experts working with our team.
We shared our idea with another First Lego League group and with our parents.
We would also like to make contact with a packaging company like Cryovac or Kerwood to see if they could help us with their innovative solution.
And finally, just being able to share our idea with a Blue Plus reporter like you.
Thank you. Already sort of explained why you picked this problem. I'd like to know a little bit more about whether there are other comparable solutions that exist. Are there edible casings that exist right now? And how does your solution compare?
They currently don't have any real edible casings used in food, but it's just a patent they have the material used.
So there is a material that exists which is edible and
Yeah,
you can use as a casing?
We have a patent that could be used for that, but it hasn't been used yet.
What do you mean you have a patent?
There's a patent on the internet that we found.
Oh, I see. Okay. Actually, one quick follow-up. Do you talk to anybody about feasibility of this? What are the potential issues in implementing something like this?
Yes, we have that person right here.
That person cannot answer those.
But, yeah, she attended some of our meetings and told us what some possible problems might be and how we can fix those.
Okay.
And she works for the Iowa Meat and Poultry
So can you give me an
Inspection
example of one problem that you might encounter or you might have to fix?
That the hot dogs wouldn't receive, they're smoked, and if they're in the packaging, they wouldn't receive any of that. And so she told us there are certain things we could do to the packaging and to the hot dog before we started the process that would eliminate that.
Correct. Thank you.
Add flavor to the seal and make it pretty much however you want it to taste.
So you mentioned that you've spoken to a couple of people. What are some other references that you found to be particularly useful, and why were they so helpful in this solution?
Well, we also spoke to Joe Cordway, who works at the Iowa State Meat Lab, and we had a tour there, and then we also went to Morel Meats, which is a company that designs machines that make hot dogs.
So seeing the process was most helpful to you for coming up with a solution, not just reading about it on the internet then,
It
right?
helped us see potential problems that we
Good.
could find solutions for to help us find our problem.
After seeing it, you still eat hot dogs?
Yeah.
So as you're getting ready for this, you talked about, you made a video and you were talking to all these people about your possible solutions. How did that help you get ready for today, and what kind of feedback did you get, and how did that shape your presentation?
Ask the question.
How did the feedback you got as you, that was way too long. Feedback you got from presenting this to other people, how did that help you get ready for today?
Did you make any changes based on feedback to your solution and presentation?
When we originally chose listeria as our idea, there was quite a bit of stuff that we didn't know about before we talked to Janice and Joe, and they really helped us narrow down on where we should target.
And did you do this presentation for other people?
Yes. We presented it to another First Lego League team, their rookie team, and we each presented our robot game and our presentation to each other.
We also shared with family and friends.
So I've got another question. Have you heard about the zero tolerance policy for Listeria monocytogenes, or not familiar with that? So we're not allowed to have any Listeria in ready-to-eat foods. And so do you know what an example of a ready-to-eat food would be? So does this help in that policy?
Yep.
Good.
Pretty good. Thank you. Good.